OPPO have just released ColorOS 11, which is the latest version, up from ColorOS 7. So a big jump, but it is based on Android 11, so I guess that makes sense. Tons of upgrades from OPPO this time around. I've got it on a Find X2 Pro, so I can take you through all of the upgrades in ColorOS 11. So OPPO have launched this new OS today, and they said that really it's all about customizations and what the user can do, and certainly there are tons of these. Firstly, customizable icons on the home screen. So you can actually use 2 fingers to pinch inwards and get lots of different customizations up. You can do that already on ColorOS 7, but they have added more than ever before in terms of icon designs and also the transitions when you flip through screens. Something new though is customizable color scheme. So you can actually go into the settings here. You can choose from 10 colors in 5 different schemes now. You can go into settings, then go to personalizations, go into system and color. And then those colors will basically be in the system in various different apps and icons. So they will be consistent throughout the system. So if you're using any OPPO apps or when you pull down, all of those colors are going to be user customizable and the same throughout all of the OS. Not major, but just a nice customization that you can do. Also, a really great feature is new customizations in the always on display. So the always on display has been on OPPO phones for a little while now. There are lots of presets to choose from if you want to use one, but now what you can actually do is make your own. So you can actually make any pattern you want with all of the dots that they put on the always on display. Just use your finger and basically make any pattern that you want, and then that will be displayed on the always on display if you're using it. We then have another new feature which is called Customizable Wallpapers, which essentially goes into your photos, and then if you go and choose the more options, it will basically make like an abstract wallpaper of a lot of your photos. So rather than just putting a photo as a wallpaper, it'll go in there and basically use some algorithms to make something unique. They've also added a ton of new stock wallpapers. OPPO said that they had some macro shots and also some microscope shots. So just some sort of different crazy wallpapers. Some of them look really, really cool. Maybe one day I'll take the original stock wallpaper off. I don't know, I really like it, but yeah, a lot of new stock wallpapers, always a good thing. Then comes more upgrades to dark mode, and I'm a definite dark mode fan. I usually have dark mode on pretty much everything that I can use if it's there. On the Find X2 Pro, the screen is so stunning. I often just like white on there because it looks so good, but dark mode, definitely for me. And now there are 3 different dark modes you can choose from. So right now, ColorOS supports one dark mode, which is essentially just black. And it does work with a ton of third-party apps as well, which is definitely good. Now, there are 3 types of dark mode, which are called Enhanced, which is the black one, Medium, and Gentle, and they go progressively lighter into a grayscale. Depending on who you are, what you like, it may actually suit your eyes a little bit better, maybe to have gray. You can actually set these up to change dynamically as well, depending on the time of day, which I think is pretty cool. So maybe during daytime, the dark mode is actually a little bit lighter to be easier on the eye. And then as the night draws in, it can actually change them. Really good feature. You might want to turn it on. You can also just choose anyone to be there all the time as well. So yeah, I think that's a good upgrade for dark mode as more and more people definitely put that on their phones. Now, one of the best features that's been added is Nearby Share, and this is an OPPO thing specifically. It's an Android thing, an Android 11 thing as well. So Nearby Share is more or less an airdrop for Android. So you can share video files, pictures, APKs, or pretty much anything over Nearby Share. So any other Android phone that is running Android 11 and has Nearby Share on there, it's going to be a much, much faster way to transfer files. Finally, we're getting some sort of airdrop-like feature with Android. So the more Android phones that are running Android 11, it's going to be so easy to just transfer things between them. Thankfully, it's here eventually, but yeah, ColorOS 11 supporting it. Another Android feature that OPPO are featuring is the ability to use Google Translate with screenshots, which is pretty cool. So you'll know if you have ColorOS or an OPPO phone, you can use 3 fingers swipe down to take a screenshot, and you can also hold 3 fingers on the screen and it will actually not take a screenshot but come up with a box for a really small portion of the screen. And then you can make that box bigger or smaller depending on what you actually want to take a screenshot of. Well, now in that settings screen, when that box comes up, you can go down and use Google Translate as part of Google Lens. That means that whatever is on your screen, you can try and use Google Lens and Google Translate to put it into a different language. That's a really cool feature as well. You can also use this from the smart sidebar if you want to swipe it out and use it. So another good feature, Google and ColorOS working together. Yet another Android 11 feature is the ability to control all of your smart devices in one screen. So this will work with any smart device, so lamps, TVs, anything else, even cars apparently. So instead of downloading all the different apps for all the different brands that you're using, any smart device will be collected in one screen. This is actually an Android 11 feature, and for right now, I think it only works with basically Google Home supported. So yeah, if it doesn't support that, I guess you're just gonna have to use the app. But for any Google Home supported products, they'll all be in one screen. And apparently you won't have to deal with all of the apps that usually come with them. Gamer mode is also in for some upgrades. So if you are gaming, you'll know that the top left hand side, there's a tab that you can pull out. This has some different features in there. At the moment, it's not really that feature rich. You can change the brightness of the screen and you can block calls, but now they've added the ability to block all messages. So if you've got WhatsApp or Line or Telegram, you can actually block messages from those as well. You can also turn the power on and off and screen lock on and off from gamer mode. So some additional features in there. Another feature coming to ColorOS 11, not right now though, but maybe in October this year in 2020, is something OPPO called Flex Drop. This will essentially let you minimize the app that you're using and use it as a picture-in-picture. So all you're gonna have to do is swipe up from the bottom of the screen, then you can use Flex Drop. That app will be minimized, put into a floating screen, and then you can use other apps behind it. So basically it's like multitasking and you can use two apps at once. OPPO are also adding something called Battery Guard, which is really taking advantage of their massively quick charging technology. So you know, with 65 watt charging, you don't need to charge overnight. So this battery guard apparently will learn your charging habits. If you do charge overnight, it will only charge up to about 80%. And then maybe 5 or 7 minutes before your alarm usually goes off, then it will just charge up to 100%. So you're ready for the rest of the day. I think that's definitely a cool feature. A lot of people worry about putting things on overnight, especially with 65 watt. And now OPPO have like 125 watt charging, which is just mad. So you definitely don't need to charge it overnight. This will be a really cool feature, just charging it literally 10 minutes before you wake up and you're ready to go for the day. I guess we'll see how this works though in real life and how it's going to actually manage this. But certainly this is a feature that a lot of phones are having now. The iPhone as well does it. So good to see it in ColorOS 11. There is also a new shortcut for app lock. So if you do lock any apps, either with your fingerprint or Face ID, you can now swipe down from the top. App lock is going to be a shortcut in there. And then also OPPO detailed something called Smooth Experience. And this is what they're saying are just some internal upgrades because a lot of their flagship phones, most of them now use high refresh rate screens, especially the high-end ones at 120 Hertz. They've said that they've made the system more efficient, and so everything that you do is apparently a little bit smoother to take advantage of the high refresh rates. Even going to maybe understanding how you use the phone, and some apps may be preloaded a little bit to try and actually speed up the performance. I guess again, in the real world, not sure how much difference that makes, but certainly they said that the system in general is just a little bit smoother to take advantage of all those high refresh rate screens. Let me know your favorite features and what you're looking forward to with ColorOS 11. That is it for this one though. Thanks for watching guys. Thumbs up if you did like it, and I'll see you in the next one.